website.
So we were in a meeting a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about, as we have been talking about, getting reviews, trying to get testimonials from people, and then, you know, try to do that right after when it's hot and they're feeling good. And so that's all good. We want to do all that. And we're actually even talking to a company right now that might even make it easier for us to do that. That's after this call. But the other piece of that is that when we were talking about that, Kristen was talking about the KV Core, because once you group all these things, whether you got them in Zillow, whether you got them in Google reviews, wherever, you want to be able to use them on your website or wherever else. So what we got talking about is that KV Core has a way through the back entrance to go out and grab those and put them where you want to put them. And I said to myself, I didn't know that. So I figured that a lot of people don't know that. So we wanted to share with you how that works, but more importantly is have an open conversation of what are you guys looking for that you would like to know while we're talking about this, because I think there's things that just come up with KV Core that you think, you know, can I do this? And then if I do this, then what's the next step? Like if I grab this over here, can KV Core put together a campaign for me, or whatever the case is? KV Core does an awful lot, and it seems like we learn more about KV Core every week because there's so many different pieces that it does. So anyway, Kristen's going to give us a rundown of how we can use our reviews, grab the reviews so it picks them and pulls them where you want them to go. And then if you guys have other things that, while we're talking about that come up, let's make sure that we're just kind of having a roundtable discussion about KV Core.
I have one thing. Yeah. Hey guys, I just wanted to kind of add in just the fact that you really need to keep it embedded in your head that KV Core and your website are tied together. They go hand in hand. What affects one affects the other. No matter whether it's the KV Core side or the website side, everything that's done to the website is done through KV Core. So when you want to make changes on your website, then you need to be versed in the KV Core. And that's what Kristen, our expert, is going to show you today. So we just want to make it real hands-on. If there's something you want to actually do in your website, today's the day. Let's just get in there and do it.
Yeah. We can do it while we're talking about it so you guys can.
Okay, I'm going to share a different screen with you guys.
We'll move you back over here.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
You can be my friend now.
Now I'm your friend, Mary.
Yeah.
Magic Mary.
Who's playing with this? Yeah.
What's going on there?
Friend's my friend today.
Mary's always a friend.
So when you log into KV Core, gosh, I'm loud. I'm going back. We're going to go to your web and IDX page. And it should look like this. So your template's over here to the right.
Tell them to speak up if they need to. Because
Okay, yes, please speak up if you guys have questions because I'm not looking at you guys. I hid you all down below. So if you have questions or want me to go back to something. Your personal information is underneath over here on the left where it says your name. And this is where you're going to go in and change your information. But all of these little tabs, it talks about like resources. As the office, we have these locked because that's how we set up our website and did all this, but down here, right way.
So as the mothership, there are some things that they're not allowed to change, but there are a lot of things that they can get to and edit. Pictures.
So on your website, this is where you can add your blogs, and it's down below. Or if you're going to use the title, if you're a realtor, so underneath your name, if you want that to say you're a realtor, since I am not, that's turned off on my page.
Go back up once, Kristen, on the
Yes.
blog. When you said it's down below, you're talking about at the bottom of the screen?
Sorry, below as in the bottom, because I said everything up top you guys can't touch, because as a mothership, we have this locked. I meant below as in the editing. If you go to the below here, this is where you guys can start editing things. So
Kristen, does that blog automatically appear, or do we have to put our own verbiage?
You would write your own verbiage.
Okay, so there's not a template created.
Not that I'm aware of or have found myself, but
Well, let me throw something out there, because let's say that you haven't written a blog, but you've gotten information from Keeping Current Matters or whatever. Can you take that and copy and paste that in there?
we could look into that for sure.
I mean,
That's a great idea.
Mary's making me a note of that right now.
I think Keeping Current Matters sells those blogs, as a matter of fact. When
they do sell, they do,
Yeah,
but they also have a free thing that, Neil, that has awfully good information in it most days.
Yeah,
Right.
I've been intrigued by them, but
Yeah, they're good.
planning on starting a blog, and that's kind of where I've started my research is, that's where I'm focusing so far is on Keeping Current Matters.
Yeah, I think what I like about them is they are not just narrow focused. They have good information on a lot of different things.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the name of that?
Keeping Current Matters, KCO. Kay uses Keeping Current Matters.
It's a subscription based.
Yeah, but you can get a lot of information just free. I mean, there's a free version of it that it'll come to you every day, and they have something. And the other thing that's nice about them is they use some things that are like it's not just all words. They'll use graphics and just pie charts and different things that people like to look at.
So besides that, everything else right down here is locked. Your display is, and I'm going to show you all that, is all locked from our side. So when you get in here to start playing around, I'm going to just hit the back. There's really not much you can do from this edit side. So I just don't want you guys getting in there and getting frustrated and saying, well, I tried turning this on and it's not saving. And that's the reason why, is because on this side here, it's locked, because when we go over on this side to the right, you're going to see all this nice, lovely coding. We had a template and a web designer through KV Core created. Maybe I'll be able to show it to you guys. There it goes. Which created the scrolling background. Our internet's going to be a little slow for us today. And created the whole, there it goes. And created the scrolling background. So these images cannot be changed. What you can change starts below this edit bar. So from there down, you can start changing all of these boxes. So we set up as an office areas that are focused around our offices. St. Louis City based off of our Lafayette Square. Afton, Lee May, Melville, Oakville, based off Concord.
Zip codes.
And they're based off the zip codes. When you are doing them, you're going to want to create that off your squeeze pages. So I will show you how to do one really quick, since my website will be deleted after today anyway. So when you go in here to edit, I want to tell you, anything you change, you have to click the save button. It will not automatically save. So when you're done and you hit the exit button and go back to look at it and it's not done, it's because we didn't click that small little save. So you can change everything
You
from,
can change the picture, and guys, you could make that picture one of your active listings as long as you only keep it in there while the listing's active.
yes,
So Kristen, is that on, like it says St. Louis City Living? If you click that, does it go to listings in St. Louis City?
yes.
So it's linked
Yeah.
already.
I can't click on it right this second because I'm in
No, I
there.
get it. I get it.
Yes.
But it opens up to listings and.
So when we created this, they pulled from the MLS and they did a search parameter of the zip codes around St. Louis City.
Right.
And that's
The zip
how-
code that the office was located in, and then looked at a map and knew that 63123 really kind of encompasses Afton and Lee May, you know, kind of giving it that, but it doesn't, you don't lose the fact that all listings are out there if they do an all listing search, or all your listings are on your website as well. It just gives you the ability to make specialized areas, whatever you want that to look like.
Correct. So let's say I wanted to take that St. Louis City Living and I wanted to make it a Chesterfield.
Yeah.
I was going to do a zip code.
Yeah.
You're going to do Chesterfield condos. We'll just mix them. So you're going to create a squeeze page for it. So that way it's coming back to your website and it's specified to that zip code. So by doing that, I'm going to start my squeeze page. I have to select a,
Yours will only default to you.
yes.
So on this squeeze page, could you limit it to all homes for sale in Chesterfield in this zip code that have swimming pools?
Yes. So let's say I'm going to do 63107 and I'm going to do condos.
Mhm.
And I want to leave it at that. Here's my link. I'm going to copy it.
So you, whatever fields you have here, you can narrow that down by those fields that you have available.
Yes.
But do you want to, is the question.
Mhm.
If you come up with 3,000 listings, you probably want to narrow it down.
Mhm.
So I want to, I guess, open link. No, sorry. I want to edit my link. There it is. And I'm going to put that, the squeeze page link I just created, because once you create that, it will always update. So you don't have to go in and keep updating it. It'll always be condos 63107 that are active. And then I'm going to click.
So the things will
Update.
drop off
It
and
stays
things will,
live.
and things will be
Yes.
put on new.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to choose, sorry, let's go back.
What is that alternate?
It was drop downs. We had other wording in there before, so it was something else I could choose from. But I went to, why is it not letting me change my checks? There it goes. So you could either have where it says 63107 condos. You can have it where it says Chesterfield, which I know Chesterfield is other zip codes other than 63017, and that's why I specified that. And you can choose, and then when you're done, you just hit save.
So go back to your squeeze page once. You can include more than one zip code or only one zip code. Right there.
Here,
Mhm.
you can choose more than one zip code.
So did you hear that, guys? if you wanted Chesterfield and surrounding areas, you could pull up however many you put in there, and then you would label it accordingly.
Correct. So if you could list off all the Chesterfield, I could choose all the Chesterfield zip codes. But I am not that expert.
Disclaimer.
Yes.
This is nice because if you have somebody that just wants to look at condos, you just say, go on my website and I've got condos listed.
Yes.
Good idea.
Yeah.
And we try to generalize this to all of our offices. So for a Washington agent, they're not showing people down here, maybe in Arnold or in the city or commercial. So you guys can come in and, you know, customize this to what you specialize in and to what areas you want to.
And you can broaden your areas, because being in Wildwood, maybe you're gonna go to the Washington area, Marthasville or Sullivan, you know, whatever you wanted to include, you could do it on your own.
And, you know, for a lot of our Lafayette offices, they could put Lafayette Square, Soulard, they could break it up by the areas or the lofts, the different areas that they specialize in, because they're very proud of all of that, and use that, and then use the pictures that they have as well.
Like I said, if you use a picture on a listing, you can only use it while the listing's active.
Yes.
I've done that on my Facebook page too, where I've made that page. I did that this summer, looking for a home with a pool.
And I want to tell you guys, if for some reason you guys get in here and accidentally delete something, change a format, do something in this area, it's okay. First off, there's this little button that does undo and it'll click it back. But if you've hit saved or you've already exited out and it's too late, as long as it's in this area, the staff can go in and pull it from what they call the parent site, and I can put the basic template back. So don't ever freak out. Go in there and play around. We can always fix it.
That's good.
Yes, get
Good
it
to know.
to your site. I will tell you, the other thing was on your pages, hold on. Go to, I'm getting in too many tabs now. Where am I going for their agent info? Down below? Agent, right? Over here.
Yes,
Okay, sorry, guys.
and their profile.
Yes. So, hold on a second. I clicked on the wrong one.
I have to get in Kristen's head first.
Thank you.
She was not sending it to me telepathically.
No, I wasn't. So go to my profile, and this is where you're gonna. You sure about that?
You could click on any one of them and see their profile.
I think I'm, okay, I'm like, there it goes.
But
You're gonna want your Facebook links in here. If you have Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, because all of these are gonna then show up on your Facebook or on your website. But where did Zillow? That's the one I was getting ready to show.
You're looking for Zillow?
Yep,
I wonder if it's because you're not tagged as an agent. Like, can you pull up Chrissy?
I think so. I wonder if I just missed it. That could be.
I'm in.
Somebody got a delivery.
Amazon. UPS.
Yeah, I don't have that. It would drive me crazy.
So here's where your blogs are. So this is where you will add your blogs.
And, you know, Neil, you were talking about doing a blog. I know that's one of the things too, if you want to make it look a certain way, Homestead Financial, which I think you talked to somebody there, Dave or Amy maybe, but they've got templates that you can use and even information you can use to put in those.
That's super great. Those guys just keep giving and giving.
Yeah.
There's some great information on realtor.org too, ORG. But they create a lot that you could share on a blog as well.
Oh,
What was that again, Lynn? Well, realtor.
Realtor.org.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
There it goes. So underneath your testimonials is where you will have to turn on your Zillow testimonials. And you'll choose yes.
You can say that.
This is Hyde Building.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Chrissy, she's in the background here.
She's hiding under the table.
But you will have to connect. You'll have to give your email address that is tied to your Zillow, and then you'll have to go in and give them access. They'll send you a link. You'll have to approve it, and then it will feed.
I was asking for Creighton to get into the meeting.
Oh,
We've got a couple chats too, Kristen.
Will you do that for me? Because I don't see where he's at.
Click on the meeting thing, bring it up a minute.
I'll get it. I'll bring it up.
Chats.
Participants first.
Because on our,
That's Creighton.
because when you add those Zillow reviews and you allow them, at the bottom of your page,
I don't see
when it catches up,
Creighton. Do you?
Can you go back to the meeting thing? Is he in the list? Like,
all your testimonials will be down here in the blue. And they'll show up on our company page, but they'll show up on your personal page.
Kristen, all I see is instant listing alerts.
Okay, I don't see.
Subscribe now.
I don't see Creighton.
Am I still sharing?
Well, what's on the screen is instant listing alerts and subscribe now. So I don't see any of what you're saying. That's why I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, what are you seeing?
I just see instant listing alerts.
That's what I've been seeing.
Subscribe and receive instant listing alerts as soon as your dream home hits the market.
Now, do you guys see it?
Still have questions.
Testimonials?
Yeah, well, it came on for a second.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
down the bottom.
So, okay, sorry. So here's our website. Let's try this again. At the bottom of your website.
It's because Brent's touching it.
Yeah, when Brett
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
switched over there, it's okay. We're still working on kinks.
I was trying to look at the,
It's down here at the bottom.
Okay.
can you put a, Kathy's asked, can you put a scrolling marquee on your squeeze page? Can you manually add reviews? That's K.
At this time, we cannot manually add reviews. They're force-fed from Zillow.
But you get reviews, like Kristen, you might get a review from someone who puts it or just sends you an email or write you a review or a testimonial. Can you add it that way yourself?
I believe you can. I think we need to check with KB Core. I feel like
we can try. Yeah, absolutely.
Seems like you should be able to.
It seems like you should be able to, because that has to happen.
I think though that what they try to do is make sure that they are legit testimonials, you know? So they have to go through some kind of verification process.
That's Zillow. Yep, they do.
That's what Zillow does. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like maybe that's why.
And I think Realtor.com sends listings out too, where they'll ask for a review. And I just wondered if they could be pulled from Realtor.com as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Or if we could copy them from there.
Questions.
where are everybody's reviews now? That has reviews. Where are they posted? Anywhere?
On their website, you mean, Neil? I think it's at
Yeah,
the
website or anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, I think if you, because this is one of the things we were talking about. I think if you scroll to the bottom of your page is where their testimonials is. And I don't know, can the testimonials be moved around? Can you have
Go back to the
can you have your
testimonial.
testimonials at the top?
Go back to that testimonial place where.
I
in the
did.
KB court. No, I mean, they're in the template piece.
Yes,
Show them one more time.
I will go back to there, but you're talking about moving this section up.
Can you
We
do that?
tried that already.
Yeah.
And we could not move that up because
Okay.
it's the format of these boxes. the way it falls.
It's space and it's, now, they can't touch those boxes.
Yes.
And so there's nothing you can do like that.
But go down, Kristen, one more. In this blue bar, stop right there. Can the testimonials be in there? We've got that whole white gold on it,
That was,
but on their page, can it be?
Maybe they could take
We
it
can
out
just-
there and put
we
it
can
in.
work on that.
We'll look at that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they could move it up to for their page, not the mother page.
Well, remember they coincide, so
Yeah.
then our box would be gone.
So these are testimonials that you yourself put on there. Correct?
Yeah, but you're limited on something. We'll make a note and look at that.
Yes.
Okay. Because I didn't know if somebody could put a comment on about you or something online. So they would not have access to that.
Not right now, they don't, but we're gonna look into it to see how we could try to add that.
Oh,
Remember in the template side where she was showing you, it's
Right.
just whatever fields you have available over there or what the fields that you're gonna be able to move
Right
over on
here,
this
see
side.
this, they only give us Zillow as an option.
Right. So you've got, it doesn't allow you in this testimonial
Right.
field here. It says, do you want to hide them or do you want to show them?
So because I thought I remembered us talking about that. So let's say you got Zillow reviews, you've got Google reviews, you've got,
Zillow's the only one right now that feeds over there.
so KV Core can't go and grab
That's what I'm asking now.
all those.
Right
Reviews
now,
of
we only have
Zillow.
access to Zillow, yeah, so we're gonna have to ask
Okay.
is about the other ones.
So what we have in this template is all we have to work with. You know what I'm saying? So you can turn the testimonials on or off, but if you want them on, you need to get your Zillow stuff linked, but it does not give you the option to say, move it here or move it there. You're not gonna have it. Whatever you have available in this template is.
But if you have and maybe I was thinking wrong, but where it's got like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all that it allows you to load up.
Mhm.
It seems like it would be able to go and feed and grab those since you're loading that information into the.
So here,
Do we have anybody that's turned on? Do you have Facebook? Chrissy, turned on yours?
sure.
I have a question. So if someone wrote a review on Zillow, and that is for the public to look at, right? Okay, so how do I know someone has written a review? Just go on Zillow?
Do you have an account with Zillow?
No. So if you don't have an account, they don't put anything on
You
it.
should have one, Diana, the free
Oh.
one.
Oh, I do? Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody
I'll
has.
just look at it.
Everybody can get the free one
Okay,
You have
so,
to create it.
and get
in order
reviews.
to have it.
oh, okay.
Maybe we need to repeat that.
But Diana, everybody has the ability to get a free Zillow account. Then there's a lot of different options it's like a menu of things after that. But that does allow you to, I think it also notifies you if you get a review.
Okay.
But if you remember, Diana, one of the things that Brian's son was doing is he was sending them a link to make a review.
Okay.
So he was using Zillow that way, and then he would send the link and they would fill it out, and then that would feed his Zillow. He's now doing the same thing with Google reviews because he's wanting to build up his
I think
Google
we just have to
reviews.
put her name.
Well, we're trying to do Google instead of Zillow anyway, aren't we? Because Zillow's kind of,
And the
and
company the company we're talking to right now, and we're kind of halfway into the discussions with them. They actually tie into your closing file, and so everybody gets a review sent out, and it can be a review that goes out to your lender, goes out to the agent that was sitting across the table from you did business with, and the people you closed with. So we're really looking into how to really up our game on the Google business reviews.
that's good.
And it's automated. It's all automated, so you don't even have to do anything. Need to be on DocuSign though.
Okay. If I look down, I'm just writing notes. I'm not reading a book or anything.
Okay.
So if you have your Facebook and your Twitter and your LinkedIn, this is where it's going to show up.
So go down to.
So it will show your testimonials or
No, it'll show you.
I think maybe once those are linked, maybe they will drop down to the bottom of her page. Let's see what it shows in her. Oh, go back up again. What did she have there?
I thought that Sarah had
Keep going.
a testimonial there.
He has tons of them. So does Jessica.
Okay.
So
There's an arrow there that you can move, you can slide them over. See it? There's an arrow. There you go.
Right there.
Oh, I see it up here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those are all linked in from Zillow?
It doesn't say where they're linked from.
I don't think they are.
I believe if you turn on the function, your Facebook, you have that turned on, it's linking to your webpage. I don't see how I could not do it.
I think they added them in themselves, but.
They may have added them on Facebook, but I think the Facebook's feeding their website. Once you've tied that in here, wherever it's landing, I think it's going to share. But I'm going to make a note of that. We'll email you guys the list of questions with the answers to all of them.
Oh, that'd be wonderful, because I'm trying to take notes.
Yeah.
okay. You guys have any other questions?
I might, but I don't know what they are.
Hey,
You understood how the squeeze pages tied into what she was doing?
Somewhat, yes.
are the squeeze pages, is that where they squeeze the contact information out of the browser?
It's the criteria that you want them, that they're searching for. The parameters that you say, here's what you're gonna look for, that Chesterfield area by zip code, by type.
But when they click on that, then that's where
So-
they capture
so
the
we're actually-
contact information?
Let's go back and look at that. On the website page, the areas, like you created that
The squeeze
Chesterfield
pages.
content, yeah.
Okay.
What that looks like when they see that. You can just go to one that's open. It doesn't have to be the condos, like
Yeah,
go to one
I
of
was
ours.
trying to get it to work.
No, I mean on our website page. Yep,
Yeah,
Go
where
to,
the
go
pictures
up.
are.
on one of
There
the
you go.
areas. So click on right there.
It's in editing, so it won't let me click. That's what I
Okay.
was saying. That's why I was going.
Would have been great though.
Would have been great.
Yeah.
It'll be
Sorry.
great here in 1 minute.
I'm getting there.
Kristen, man, she just needs 2 more arms and
I just need to have Kristen with me for about a week and I could be a lot better than I am.
Just a week.
I need a person to keep me going here.
so this is the result of creating that squeeze page, whatever you named it, whatever area you targeted.
Oh, okay.
This is what populates, and they have the ability to look at it and go to the grid bar at the top, you know what I'm saying? See the free market report.
No.
You've got filters here, how you want to view it, how you want it to be set up on your page for other people to view it. It just auto defaults to this. If you like it, that's great. It gives the map and the area, but see the free market report there, that black part. They
Oh, there it is. Okay.
They can click on that. It can be a specific. See, now you're making them register.
Okay.
Register, they're
That's
tied
the squeeze right there, right?
right?
Right.
The idea is every time they click on anything in here, it ties to you, and it ties to you through KV Core.
Okay. That's good.
Okay. Now, there had been some talk about, I've been seeing a lot about booze lately. Is there some talk about moving over to booze, or are we sticking to?
We're not. The Boosh platform, we feel, isn't quite up to speed with what we already have.
Okay.
And until it reaches that point in time, it's been around. They've been working on it for the last 2 years or so and trying to perfect things and change aspects within it.
Right.
So we feel like we'll wait for them to get, test drive it long enough that we know it's got all the kinks worked out, and then we'll look at it again.
I thought you said booze. I was interested. I didn't even write that down. I know that and do that.
I already subscribed to
That is
booze
something
on my own.
I can do that. I was going to say, finally, something I understand.
And one other question. I noticed that it said add a secondary logo on that page. Are we allowed to put our own logo with the Remax logo on that landing page right there?
The only thing that you're going to be allowed to add is your photo and maybe what you're naming this page.
Photo and name on it.
The
realtor.
Okay, but when you're in your template, it's only going to give you the options that you're allowed to change. So you're not going to be able to change the logo. You're talking about a second logo, so like a team logo or
Right. Personalized logo.
No.
Could we get an administrator to do that, or is it?
No, so I worked on that for.
Yeah, it's embedded. Those are features. There are additional features that you can purchase within KV Core to add to your website through the KV Core, through the marketplace. You can add features through there. But there are different website templates that you can upgrade to that might be something if you wanted to look at that.
Something
but
more
the template, the template that we have.
Mike Leaker was looking at that when he wanted the look change.
I remember that.
They lose all of this, even our
Right.
template, the
Right.
second they touch it.
Right.
They lose what? Say that again.
Yeah.
So you'll lose all of this top portion once you edit. So even if you purchase one of their widgets or anything,
Right.
you lose all of what we've already paid for of the pictures, the scrolling, our partners, anything we've already put together for you, you'll have to start over and pay their man hours
It goes
to
to
re-put it
basic.
back together.
Goes to basic. But you can view that within KV Core in the tutorial in the help section. You can review that stuff and see how there's so much stuff available in there. But yeah, like Kristen said, whatever you're looking at is exactly what you're going to get, though. You're not going to get ours and theirs, or ours and what you want to do. You're limited, so anything outside of those parameters would have to be something you'd have to look at.
But you could do it and rebuild it and then kind of have your own brand within a brand.
You can also tag it to, if you want, yes, you can tag it to another page if you create another page. But I think, in their picture, instead of their picture, can they put it in there?
The logo, is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. You've got a picture field. If you put your logo instead of your picture, if you came up with something, but you've only got so many fields that you're going to be able to change yourself within there.
Gotcha.
But I do want to show them, scroll down a little bit on that page. They can edit any of these? None. Keep going.
They can edit like who this goes to.
If people say the search, that's why I was gonna go back up a little bit. About buyer and seller resources, what's my home worth? If anybody clicks on this, this is the link that goes back to your KB Core, but there's also one, saved searches, go down to the saved. Instant listing alerts right there if they want to get notified. And they sign, register on this website. When you log into your website, you're gonna see up at the top corner where the Facebook and Twitter and all those, you'll see a saved search. And it's gonna have their information sitting there for you. You're gonna know somebody saved something within your page. In addition to getting it, through KB Core.
Who does it link to now on the lending information? Okay. So if you wanted it to be New American Funding or something, you go in and there's
On
only
this
one.
page.
There's only one on the main page.
So we have to rotate.
Got it.
There's something else I was gonna go over. Go back up to the top.
Which we should probably do, is rotate that.
Mm-hmm. Good point. The what's my home worth?
All that goes back to your website, right?
Right, all this is tied to you, it's kind of self-explanatory. So they can't change the goal without doing an upgrade. Go back up to the top. There's something I was gonna tell them. It'll come to me.
What's under more options?
Is there a way to know who went in on your website when you tell them to go in and check things? Where do I find out if they've been on my website?
If they save
This is a listing.
a search, it's gonna show up there and it's gonna go to KB Core. If they click something to register, it's gonna go to KB Core. If they just open it, you're gonna see how many hits you get, but you're not gonna see who clicked on your page.
Okay.
They can log in too, right, Mary? Create an account, log in,
Yes.
Okay.
then you would definitely know. Larry.
Yeah, if they click on any of the search fields, it's going to register that. Up on the top, does it have the ability to do those estimate from that top page? Or did we move that to the bottom?
Sorry. Estimate, like what's my home worth?
What's under the more options?
That's where we're just at. It's our listings, our office listings,
Okay,
and then a free market report.
so it's under the what's my home worth. Sorry, guys, Chris and I have been working on this website for a long time and we've chopped it up and laid it out a few different ways now. But any kind of touch to this at all under you is going to lead them right back to you.
Well, okay, sorry. One thing I did just realize is the importance of having your Facebook tied to your webpage is this chat with us button. It will link to your Facebook Messenger.
That's good to know.
So when they message,
Yes.
it'll send you a Facebook message.
Okay.
That's a big deal.
That's
Yes.
why I feel strongly that everything that you fill out in there, keep is going to be connected, right?
And send yourself messages. Mary and I got in here and played with it just to see what it does. And I logged in and I sent Mary a message and I pretended I was, a buyer. And we wanted to see, what the responses were, what the alerts were that Mary was going to get as soon as I sent a message, and what, on my end, it looked like what the responses were, how fast they were. So really just get in there, play, see how you know, what things change, questions you have, so then we can, you know, answer them, but then we can address them in the next training as well. And like I said, everything, if you guys mess something up, we can fix it, I promise.
That's good to know.
I plan on messing some stuff up.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Be brave, Neil. Go for it.
If you hear someone crying on the other end of the phone, it's me.
when you're in
Do
there,
it.
if you get on phone with us at the time, we can probably walk you right through what it needs to be done, or set up a Zoom and kind of look at what you're doing.
Good point.
Any questions? I know we talk a lot. We're, like I said, you see how it's intermingled. You can't talk about the website without talking about KV Core.
Okay.
You know, and the idea is to drive as much traffic to your website to create as many leads as you can, or as many contacts.
Right.
Again, contacts in KV Core are exactly that. It doesn't mean that they're a scrubbed lead and ready to buy.
But you can create as many squeeze pages as you want, right?
Right. And campaigns, you can create as many campaigns. We did a class on that. If you guys ever feel like you need to see something again, let us know, you know, bring it up in an agent Zoom.
Would you guys like to see more about the campaigns, building the campaigns?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do this next week, where we can just have another Zoom call where we can talk about campaigns.
Yeah, we can do that. Kristen, next Thursday, same time, same back channel. Campaigns.
Because I think the more that we talk about it, the more we get more comfortable with it, the more you figure out what you can and can't do with it. And then we can also go and try to find answers to it.
We can see if Neil can break something.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll try.
Well, guys, thanks for being on.
Okay, bye.
What?
That's good. That's very educational.
Bye, Lan. Good to see
Bye.
you.
You too. Bye.
Bye, Neil.
Diane,
Okay,
I'll
bye, everybody.
give you a call after this next Zoom call.
Okay. Good. Talk to you soon.
Okay. See you.
Thanks, guys. Good to
Bye.
see everyone.
Good seeing you.
Yes.
This will be short.
You gonna be around for a little bit?
Maybe. I can't print it.